What's up, Buttercups? It's me, Amy Young, coming at you with a Friday freestyle. Today's an especially exciting video because this week, with the Friday freestyle, turned 1 year old. Yay! Happy birthday, Friday freestyle. I was thinking back to where I was this time a year ago, and if you care to watch it, maybe you haven't watched it or you'd like to revisit it for just a good time chuckle fest. It's probably my most serious realist video to date. I don't know, make something happen here so you can go watch that. It was a video I entitled So Important It Brought Me to Tears, and it was the first time I'd like sat down like this and just had an open-ended conversation with all of you about at the time where I was, which was living at home with my parents, waiting tables, and being a life coach at the same time, which is so, I love saying that out loud because it's like those things seem so incongruous and like, holy shit, come on, like, and this is what was going on in my head at the time, right? Like, you're a life coach, you live at home with your parents? And you're a waitress? Like, doesn't seem like you fucking know what you're doing. And you know what I want to say to like that inner critic who was like, seriously had me in its reins when I filmed that video? Or to anyone else who watched that video or thought that, or anyone else in my life who thought that but maybe didn't tell me because they knew it was impolite. Oh, look where she is now, kiddos. That's like a little ego trip moment. But seriously, it's a year later, and I wanted to do like a little reflection on the past year because holy fucking shitballs, you guys. It's been the coolest, craziest year, and that video completely changed everything. Because that video proved something to me, which I already knew on some level, which was that like when you are your most authentic, real, vulnerable self, and you aren't afraid to show up that way in the world, people will understand, people will appreciate you for who you are, people will rally with you, for you, behind you, and cool shit can happen as a result. You know, it was like 2 months after that video, 2 months? 3 months after that video that I quit my waitressing job. Like shortly after that, I moved out of my parents' house. Shortly after that, I was like completely insanely booked out with clients. Like I was working with probably like too many people. You know, like it was a lot. I was really, really busy. And it was the coolest thing to be able to see. And it's really cool now to be able to see where I was and then like what's happened since. And I think it's really good to just pause and do that more often than we probably do. Like, you know, if you're anything like me, you can get really caught up in the future and like where you're going and everything that you want to do or everything that you want to experience and like the direction that you're heading in. And when you're in that headspace, it's easy to feel like, oh, there's always something else and there's always something else and like I want more or you know, now is fine or whatever, but there's, you know, there's the next thing and the next thing. And being able to like look back and realize where we were or honor like the hard times or the moments of like sitting and crying or not feeling good enough or feeling shitty about yourself, whatever that is, it helps like just so appreciate. It helps me so appreciate like where I am now. Because where I am now, there's always going to be room for improvement, right? But how awesome is it where we can like tune into our journey and reflect and remember like where we've been and be like, oh my God, like I was so worried about so much stuff at that point, and look, like it all turned out completely fine. And I was so wrapped up in judgment and like worry and stress and like, oh, it all turned out fine. this whole idea of like, it all turned out fine is something that I continuously remind myself. Because it's really easy to get caught up in the like, you know, daytime soap version mini dramas of our lives where like we just feel like this moment is the forever moment, and how it feels right now is how it's probably going to be forever, and I'm never going to figure it out, and I'm never going to get out of this, and nothing is ever like that. So the more that we can remember like, oh, I went through that shitty time and yep, I got out of it, or oh, I remember I used to feel that way and nope, I don't feel that way anymore. Oh my god, like I felt like it was never gonna be better. I was never gonna be able to not live with my parents. I was never gonna be able to be a full-time coach. I was never gonna be able to stop waiting tables. Apparently, living proof, it can fucking happen. And sometimes it can happen a lot faster than you even think it can. So my god, whatever you're going through right now, just pause and reflect on where you've been, because wherever you are right now, you have grown and evolved, and things that you used to worry about or stress over or freak out about a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I bet that situation has resolved. And what a great thing to be able to remind ourselves of. So I wanted to have that little reminder for myself today, and I wanted to reflect on the past year with all of you, because all of you is why my right now moment feels really good. So thank you for being with me on this journey. Thank you to everyone who watched that video at the time and reached out and like made me feel so understood and welcome. And I'm really excited to see where I am a year from today. Let's do this every year. Cool? Feels so good. Okay, I hope that you're having a great day, night, weekend, whatever you are in the world. If you like this video or any of my other videos, please subscribe to my channel so that we can check in on a regular basis. If you want to keep up with me on the regs, even more than that, head to amyyoungcoaching.com. The link is in the description box and you can sign up to be on my email list. I'd love to connect with you over there. So until next time, peace and love, homies. And yeah, just know how much you're appreciated by me. I'll see you. Bye. Like, how am I gonna get to work? And like, I need to figure out the bus schedule, and I should call that person, find out. Slow it down a little bit. Let's create some heart-centering structure for ourselves.